Welcome back. Now that we've got the basic rundown on all the notes you're going to need across the whole fingerboard, let's get the fourth finger involved. There are two opportunities to use the fourth finger in this piece. First, I'm going to show you the one that you absolutely need, and that is a B flat on the E string, which is going to be a low fourth finger. So just like we have open A and B flat with our low first finger here, those notes are a half step apart from each other. On the A, that's the third finger on the E string. If we put the fourth finger down right next to it, we will get a B flat that is one octave higher than this B flat. So it might be a good idea to get all of our fingers in good position on the E string. You can never review this too much. E, F, G, A. Once you're there and that's ringing nicely, should be pretty easy low-key use of the fourth finger to just drop it down right next to the third finger here. The two should be touching, and I'm using the pad of my fourth finger, which is going to help kind of put my fingers in a nice strong place in terms of those joints, which tend to not be, you know, the strongest. And then we're going to play A, B flat, A. That half step has a really mysterious kind of mournful sound. A, B flat, B flat, A. Next, we're going to go to a use of the fourth finger in this tune that's a little bit more challenging, but you don't have to use it because you can get away with using the open A instead. It's the fourth finger on the D string, which is an A note. It's the exact same A as the open A. Let's give it a try. You can see how it's coming along, and then you can decide in the piece whether you want to use the fourth finger or the open A. You'll see what I mean about how the fourth finger is very convenient, which will just hopefully motivate you to want to work this up and strengthen that pinky. This is an exercise that's going to train you either way. It's going to help you strengthen the pinky if you want to use the pinky, and it's also going to prepare you to do the extra maneuvering required if you want to use the open A. So let's start with our third finger on G. Let's just take this opportunity to kind of like rely on and practice our octave frame, which is when 1 and 3 come down together in their normal position. So we're just going to play open G and then 1 and 3 on G. That's going to give us our C note. This is the note that we're going to hear. This one is just here as an extra frame, little extra hand training support. So open, 1 and 3. And now just to train our ear what an A note sounds like after hearing this C note, and also in case you end up wanting to use the open string, we're going to play this C, and then use some extra arm weight to keep this bow quiet as you change all the way to the A. And then use the arm weight to keep it quiet as you get over that D back to the G string. Feel that. It's a long way to travel from the G to the A. But when you know just exactly where you're going, you can actually get that done pretty quickly. So let's do that one more time. Third finger on G, open A, third finger on G. Now let's put our fourth finger down on D, and you might want to kind of play with the position of your elbow here to get that comfortable. If you have the pinky that bends backwards like mine, it can be kind of a pain in the butt to get this. So play around with it. Play around with the angle of your hand too. If you have that extreme bend in, kind of like mine, it can help to really get your elbow under and get that pinky so that it's coming from this direction. Now let's hear it. 3G, 4D, 3G. Good work. You can play around with both of those exercises to find what's best for you, or if you really want to hang out and drill this, Very cool exercise would be to go 3G, open A, 3G, 3G, 4D, 3G. So your ear can really get attuned to trying to make those sound as similar as you can. Have fun with that. The fourth finger can be a little frustrating at times, so if you're finding that it's frustrating, just try it a little bit and then call it a day to let these brain pathways sleep on that a little bit, and you might find it's a little bit easier tomorrow.